Part 2 of Goodbye Stranger. Part 2. Chapter $8. The waitress at the diner seemed genuinely happy to see Bridge. "Hey there, Cinnamon Toast. A little while no see." She grabbed 2 menus from a stack and handed them to Sherm, winking at him. "Sit anywhere, guys. I'll be right with you." Sherm was impressed. "You weren't kidding. She really does call you Cinnamon Toast." Bridge smiled and slid into a booth. "Are you opposed to splitting a vanilla shake?" Sherm said he wasn't at all opposed to a vanilla shake. "Good, because a vanilla shake goes really well with Cinnamon Toast." Sherm grinned. She kept waiting for the strangeness to arrive, being at the diner with Sherm Russo. This is strange, she told herself. They'd met in front of school and walked here together, pretending it was perfectly normal, which it wasn't. Only it didn't exactly feel strange either. Bridge had once read a story about a girl who goes on a date to a restaurant where she's too shy to order anything but the cheapest thing on the menu, which is a cream cheese and olive sandwich. "Have you ever had a cream cheese and olive sandwich?" she asked Sherm, not that this was a date. "No," said Sherm. "Have you?" "No." They looked at their menus. "You can order anything you want," Bridge said. "I have money." "Thanks, but we came for Cinnamon Toast, right?" The waitress came back with 2 glasses of water. "You guys know what you want?" "2 orders of Cinnamon Toast, please," Bridge said, "and a vanilla shake in 2 glasses. The waitress smiled. "You sure you need 2 glasses? I could bring 1 glass and 2 straws." She winked again. "2 glasses," Bridge said, "please." Suddenly, she worried that when the waitress walked away, she and Sherm were sitting across from the table with each other with no menus between them. They would have nothing to say to each other. There would be what Jamie called awkward silence. That was what Jamie said whenever the conversation died down at dinner. Awkward silence. And when their mother said, "It's comfortable silence, Jamie. There's nothing awkward about it," Jamie would wait a beat and then say very doubtfully, "If you say so." Once, this routine had made Emily laugh so hard that she practically snorted her dinner out through her nose and had to leave the table to pull herself together in the bathroom. "You know that riddle?" Bridge said to Sherm, "with the 2 brothers guarding the 2 doors and one door leads to heaven and the other one leads to hell?" Sherm shook his head. "Never heard of it." "Really?" Bridge leaned forward. "So, there are these 2 brothers. One brother always lies, and one brother always tells the truth. You want the door to heaven, obviously, but you're only allowed to ask 1 question. 1 question each? No, 1 question. Do I know which brother is which?" Bridge thought. "No, you don't know which is which." The waitress brought their food, and Sherm picked up 2 toast halves together like a sandwich. "Stop!" Bridge said. "What are you doing?" Sherm's hand froze. "Eating my cinnamon toast?" "You can't eat it like that. You have to eat 1 piece at a time, face up, so that the cinnamon and the sugar hit the roof of your mouth." Separating the 2 sides of his toast, Sherm muttered, "You're lucky I'm used to living with bossy women." "Very funny." Bridge felt herself go red. "I'm just trying to give you the real experience here." Sherm took a bite of the cinnamon toast. "Well?" Bridge said. "It's delicious," Sherm said. He bowed his head. "Thank you for showing me your planet. You're hilarious. I especially enjoy the way the cinnamon and sugar feel against the roof of my mouth. Double hilarious. Just go ahead and pretend this isn't the best thing ever." "It is, actually," Sherm said, looking at her straight in the eyes, the way he had during the intruder drill. "Best thing ever." Bridge pushed his glass toward him. "And you haven't even tried it with the shake." There was no awkward silences. When the check came, they each paid $4. Bridge never left less than a 20% tip. Her mom said that was the definition of a good New Yorker. "Nice wallet," Bridge told Sherm. "Looks about 100 years old." She grabbed it. "Check out all the secret pockets." She turned it upside down and something fell to the table. It was a worn square of paper with a date written on it in big letters. "What's February 14th?" Bridge asked, reading upside down. She felt bad all of a sudden about grabbing the wallet and shaking it like that. She closed it and held it out to Sherm. He took the wallet and then picked up the slip of paper from the table. It's Valentine's Day, dummy. And you just like to carry that piece of information around so you don't forget? Actually, this was my grandfather's wallet, and this, he held up the paper, is his birthday. Oh, God, sorry, Bridge said. I didn't... He's not dead, Sherm said quickly. He moved out over the summer. My grandparents always lived with us, but now it's just my grandmother. He left her after 50 years. Oh, wow. Where did he go? Sherm made a face. He moved to New Jersey. Watching Sherm tuck the slip of paper into his wallet so carefully, Bridge felt even worse. Oh, I'm sorry, she said. That really sucks. I write to him sometimes, Sherm says. Letters. Do you think that's weird? It's not weird. It's nice. Does he write you back? Sherm looked up. I haven't actually mailed any of them. Why not? He shrugged. He doesn't deserve letters. He just left. My dad said he's moving in with some woman he met, which feels kind of crazy to tell you the truth, because he's a great person. I mean, he was. We don't really talk about it much. That's another crazy thing, not talking about it. But my parents are really busy, and my grandmother only likes to talk about happy things. Happy things or books. Bridge nodded. I get that. Sherm rubbed the worn leather of the wallet with his thumbs. I remember when you got hit by that car, he said. There was a funny feeling that traveled down Bridge's legs sometimes. A zing-zing rush to her feet. You do? Yeah, it was right at the end of my block. Your block? That's so random. I didn't realize you even knew about that, she laughed. I even forget about it sometimes. Everybody knows about it. Sherm raised his head and the light hit his eyes. Now they looked greenish blue mixed with light brown. Bridge thought they looked like tiny planet Earths. What was it like? He asked. The accident? I don't remember it. All I remember is the hospital, the nurses, and stupid stuff like these paper menus they had with pictures of animals all over them that you were supposed to color in with these broken crayons. I remember that. You almost died, my dad said. Yeah, everybody says that, but I don't remember it. Now, Sherm stacked sugar packets on the tabletop, carefully shaking each one first to make it lie flat. My grandparents went to the hospital, he said, that first night. They sat in the lobby. Really? That was strange to think about. Sherm looked at her. A bunch of people were there, my dad said. Who? Just people. From the neighborhood, I guess. The next day, my grandmother wanted me to pray with her, but I ran out of the room. His eyes flicked to Bridge's, then back to his sugar tower. I feel weirdly bad about that. That's okay. Bridge got an achy feeling at the bottom of her throat and took a sip of water. You were just a little kid. I mean, it wouldn't have made a difference. I'm fine. She reached her arms up over her head and wiggled her fingers as if this were universal proof of being fine. Sherm smiled. Yeah. Actually, she said, I lied before. I don't ever forget about the accident. He nodded, unsurprised. Bridge hesitated. After the accident, this nurse at the hospital told me that I'm here for a reason. Here? Bridge nodded. She said that's why I didn't die. It's kind of weird. It kind of weirds me out, actually. He was the first person she'd ever told. She hadn't planned to tell him. She hardly knew him. It had something to do with how he tucked that little piece of paper back into that cruddy wallet, the way he seemed to meet her thoughts wherever they went, the look on his face. Sherm said, My grandfather used to say that everyone alive has already beaten the craziest odds just by being born. Like 1 in a trillion. Your parents could have had 1,000,000 different kids, but they had you. And before that could happen, your parents had to be born themselves, and their parents had to be born. He picked up his shake and used the straw to vacuum the bottom of the glass. I mean, think about it. It goes all the way back. Bridge laughed. I don't know if that makes me feel better or worse. Maybe it should just make you feel lucky. Yeah, you were really lucky you didn't die after the accident, but you were a lot luckier to be born in the first place. So, if you're here for a reason, maybe we all are. Yeah, I guess, yeah. You never told me the answer to that riddle. Oh, Bridge said. Then she laughed again. You know what? I can't remember.